There are 3 must-have brushes that you absolutely need this summer, and I'm gonna get into it starting right now. Starting out with brush number 1, this is by Olivia Garden. This is the Detangler brush. These come in 3 different types. This is the medium size brush, medium to thick. There's a fine to medium, and then there's also the smooth and shine brush. The smooth and shine brush is really perfect for giving elevation in the root area, smoothing the hair down because you have a mixture of boar bristles and the nylon bristles as well, which is also treated in the ceramic and ionic coating. You could see also that it has a head hugger shape, which is perfect for fitting the head in any direction that you're trying to get as close to the root as possible. Not to mention my absolute favorite feature of all, the bottom actually comes out of the actual handle, making this perfect for cleaning it and keeping all of the bacteria from growing inside the brush, which is absolutely disgusting to think about. So a lot of these brushes, because they have a cushion to it, when they get wet in time, it can collect bacteria inside. So this is a really important feature. Not to mention my last and final favorite feature of this brush is that they're all made out of recycled plastics. So rest assured, you know that the products that you're using is going to be 100% recycled plastics and products, and you can also be more friendly to the environment. Number 2, my favorite brush of all time is the finger brush, and this is perfectly friendly for freshening up curls or getting a little zhuzh in the hair when you're on the go, especially in the summertime when you want more of that laid back, relaxed kind of beachy style and you don't want it to look too forced or too fluffy. So I'm gonna demo this brush in just a moment. And the 3rd and final brush that I wanna go over is the Olivia Garden Upstyle brush. This is again a natural boar bristle mixed in with a nylon bristle as well. It's super convenient because you can fold it, put it in your pocket or purse, and this is something that's gonna be really easy when you want a quick style. This can be great for blending, back brushing, and getting that snatch pony, which is what we're gonna be covering in just a moment. So as you can see, a quick demo here, I'm using the Smooth and Shine brush because I wanna get sleekness and volume at the top. I used a lightweight mousse at the base, and all you have to do is take the hair inside the brush, give your wrist a tiny flip, and then you're going to use your Olivia Garden HP dryer right at the base to get that final volume at the top and at the root area. This is really easy when you're in a quick style mode, and all you want to do is give a little bit of gentle lift to that root area without having to overthink it. This is why this is the most convenient brush, because this is something that is easy to take with you when you're on the go, when you're traveling. Really great thing to put inside of your to-go bag. And I also really love it for kids' hair because it's really great for detangling. The other thing I really love about the Smooth and Shine brush, this one little added benefit and feature is that you can put a lot of hair into the actual brush itself, and it holds it really nicely. You can see that I move my hand around everywhere and it still holds onto it because those boar bristle brushes hold that hair inside of the base. When you're looking for a smooth look and maybe you don't have the hairstylist skills or the time really, this is a really great brush to do that. You can also curve this and get nice shaping out of that as well. So it gives it a nice gentle curl right at the bottom and it smooths out that shape. So that's another feature about the detangling brush that I really love, especially the Smooth and Style. So now we're gonna finish off the entire blow dry. I'm gonna give a gentle loose curl, and then I'm gonna show you the very next brush, which is the finger brush, which is an absolute must-have for moving into curls and any type of relaxed wave that you're going for the summer. All right, now that we just finished the blowout, I am going to be applying heat spray. You can see that I already sectioned off this area, and I'm kind of doing a 2-inch section. After the heat spray, I do like to use the medium or the finer size detangler brush, and in this case I'm going to use the medium, and I'm going to brush all that in so I make sure that all of my heat product is distributed perfectly. And then I'm going to jump into my 1-inch Olivia Garden titanium ion curling iron. As I'm taking my sections, I'm going about 2 inches wide. So I'm taking a slightly bigger section than the iron itself because I want this to be a nice relaxed curl. I'm starting in the center, turning everything away from the face, and as I open my clip, I'm dropping the ends into the rest of this. As I get to the top, I'm gonna hold it just for a couple seconds, let it unwind out, and then open the clip again, let the ends in completely. And then as I unwind everything, I just drop it out, just like that. So what that does is it actually gives you more of a flat ribbon curl, and it lets the ends not be too curled out. So this lets it fall into a more natural looking wave pattern. I'll do this one more time to show you for an example, taking out the subsection about 2 inches in width. Apply your heat spray. Work it in to distribute it evenly with your detangling brush. And then using the 1-inch iron with a 2-inch width diameter, going in the very center, turning away from the face, opening the clip and dropping more hair in. Leaving the very ends out until you unwind completely, and then allow the ends to feed in naturally and unwind all the way and kick it out. I'm gonna finish this all the way, and then we're gonna go into our next step, which is with the finger brush. So we finished our curls off, and now I'm gonna be using a very lightweight, medium hold hairspray first, just letting those curls settle in before I go through with my finger brush. A couple things about the finger brush that I really like I was sharing with you before, it is a head hugging shape, and it actually is meant to replicate our hand. So you can kind of see that it almost looks like a hand. So if we were to rake our hands through the actual hair like our fingers, that's exactly what this brush does. And the placement of these actual prongs is further apart, and you can see that they are more designed to actually make a more piecey look. So you could either go this direction when you're brushing down, or you can go in this direction brushing down, depending on what you're looking for. Since I'm wanting to continue on with this vertical pattern, I'm actually gonna hold the brush this direction and pull everything through and let it kind of settle in. So I'm gonna go through the entire head, brush this in really gently in a vertical pattern. And then I'm gonna swipe to the side going horizontal. I'm gonna go into the root area and actually rough up the cuticle just a little bit right at the base, and that kind of gives a little bit of volume to the top. And then my last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my medium hold hairspray once again and spray through those ends to piece it out. And now that I finish that off, I can just go through lightly and just pick out a couple pieces with my actual brush. And you can see now that everything falls into a really piecey, relaxed look. This is perfect for that beachy style and for days that you just want to wear a sundress, run around, and have a style that's nice and easy to deal with, and it actually wears really well too. So great for second and third day hair. And as you can imagine, once you set those curls in motion, everything is going to hold it really well in place, but it's also gonna wear really well. And that's what I like about the finger brush. This is one of those things too, they even come in a mini size that you can pack with you and bring on vacation, or you can throw it into a bag. But this is like a very quick fixer-upper when you have a curl that's unruly, or if you have a curl that's inconsistent, let's say on second or third day hair, when it's like flatter at the top and you just want to give a little bit of lift, or if it's like more fluffy on the bottom and you want it to lay down, spray that down and then brush through it with your finger brush. So this gives you a nice example of how the finger brush can really help you when you're going in to finalize your shape. Okay, so now it's day 2 or day 3 or 4, no judging, and you have a little bit of that lived-in curl. Let's say it's a little bit flattered at the top, but the curl is still existing through the bottom. Now you're gonna grab your Up Style brush, and this is one of my other 3 favorites that I was just talking about before. What I like is that the nylon bristles are long enough that they can really capture the hair, but the boar bristles are actually condensed enough that it helps to support and draw the hair into one spot. So if I'm gonna go in for that snatch pony, you can see just by grabbing the base here and keeping in mind this is all fresh and we have not, this is even easier when the hair has not been washed. But if I bring everything in together, you can see that it scoops it all together into one condensed area. It makes it really easy. So let's go in with that snatch pony really quick so you can see an example of how I can make this work for me when I'm using this on the go. So now that we have it back all sleek and stuff, I want to get it even more snatch looking, and that means I want to get rid of these bumps and lumps. One of my little tricks here is you actually go in with the tail of your brush and you slip it into that top area and you slide it backward toward the actual pony. Do this a couple times and this is going to smooth out those lumps and bumps, and then the final piece is taking this brush once again and pushing that down and bringing it toward your pony. Now this is something that is going to be your final step in getting that sleek look. So this is where I advise you to use more than one ponytail, but try this out with the actual tail first to get the lumps out and then smooth it down. And once you have everything closer to that ponytail, you're going to see what happens. So you see all this extra hair here that gets captured right into the pony area. Now you're going to take a different elastic, so a secondary elastic, and this is where I'm going to hold the pony and I'm going to bring all these little hairs even closer in to that base area, wind that in. And this is where you can either, number one, you could take out the original elastic from underneath, or you can leave it doubled up so that it reinforces it. So you can see this was her old pony, this is the new pony. So I could slide this out now, replace that, and now I have this more sleek style, which gives you kind of what we were going for, that snatch pony, but it also has all those lumps and bumps out of there. So try these tips and techniques using those 3 brushes. I will link everything down in the description below so that you can easily find that. And thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you next time.